defending Super Bowl champions, and they have the best coach in the league and the best defensive coordinator in the league. I mean, I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I know you don't have an offensive line, but get one and get one fast. This is annoying.
Not
Sorry.
and they better get one fast because I'm looking at the wild card hunt. The Steelers are right in the middle of it, and they got three teams ahead of them. But I'll get to that in a moment. Mike Holmgren, former coach of the Seattle Seahawks
And Green Bay Packers.
and the Packers,
Super Bowl with them.
and
Sorry.
meets with the Browns about a front office position, but of all places, why the Browns?
I don't know. But there needed to be a parade in Cleveland after the Steelers got beat by the Browns. But if Holmgren wants to be the front office guy for the Browns, so be it. I mean, it's good. It's kind of like I just hope he doesn't end up like Matt Millen in Detroit and turn what turns out to have been an easy delight. Delight turned disaster. And you remember the disaster that the people in Detroit went through with Matt Millen at the helm with the Lions. I
Yep.
just hope he knows what he brings a lot of experience baggage to Cleveland if he accepts the position. You look at his resume. He's won so many games in the regular season. He went to a couple Super Bowls. Won one Super Bowl that was in Green Bay, and hopefully that experience that he gained as a coach will give him hope, give Browns fans hope as a member of the front office if he gets it. So if he gets the front office position, so it'll be also like Bill Parcells when he had that one stint as front office guy for the Miami Dolphins, and the Dolphins have had some success over the last couple of years with him in the front office. So I'm not sold on Cleveland. Then again, who is sold on Cleveland? But
About nobody.
I hope he gets the job because he has a lot of work to do in terms of getting the Browns back to their glory days.
Alrighty, now we're going to, for the first time on Game On, bring you the playoff picture of the NFL. We'll be starting with the AFC. The AFC divisional teams, the Indianapolis Colts and the San Diego Chargers. For the wild card, Jacksonville Jaguars, Cincinnati Bengals, the Denver Broncos, and the New England Patriots.
By the way, the New England Patriots lead the AFC East, and the Bengals, unfortunately, lead the AFC North. The Chargers are well in the driver's seat to gain first-round byes in the AFC.
And also, in the wild card hunt, and it's very tight when the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Tennessee Titans.
Wow, not bad for a team they couldn't buy a win the first 6 weeks of the season. Tennessee Titans.
And now the Ravens, the Dolphins, and the Jets, all three have the same record of 6 losses. The Steelers are 1 game behind, and 2 games behind the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Steelers want to make it back to the wild card. What has to happen, and who knows? But anything can happen in the NFL. Now we're going.
I second that.
Now we're going to move on to NFC. The divisional standings means 2 divisional teams. There. The New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Wildcard standings are the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Green Bay Packers, and the Arizona Cardinals. I gotta tell you, I thought the Cardinals would be a little better this year, but they've slipped down to wildcard. Last place in wildcard, I may add. And in the hunt for the NFC, New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, and the 49ers.
After that huge win that the Niners took at the expense of the defending NFC champion Cardinals, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Niners could make believers out of non-believers. I mean, depends on what they do the next 3 weeks. You know, will this game be a prelude to a sign of things to come in terms of gaining one of the last 2 playoff spots in the NFC, or will this be a setback? I don't know. I mean, the Cardinals, I still say, are going to win the NFC West. And they have a better chance of winning the NFC West than the Steelers do of making the playoffs with that high-powered offense that they have. And it's just a fluke, if you ask me. But hopefully the Niners with Frank Gore and Vernon Davis and head coach Mike Singletary, their high-powered offense that they have. I don't know if they're going to go back to their glory days by any means, but the Niners really showed the world something and then some against the NFC champs. But it's a matter of can they do it 3 more times? I say they may, but in the end, they may most likely end up falling short. And teams like maybe the Packers, but either the Cowboys or one of the NFC East teams, arguably the strongest division in all the National Football League, may prevail and end up postseason bound.
And also the head coach, Michael Singletary, if people remember him, he's a Hall of Fame linebacker who was with the Chicago Bears in the 1980s and won a Super Bowl with them in 1985.
Yep.
He was one of the greatest linebackers, and now he's leading the San Francisco 49ers. In my mind, San Francisco and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they could make believers out of people across the nation as making it to the wild card.
I don't know about the Steelers, but maybe the 49ers. If I had a choice between the Steelers and Niners, I'd say maybe the Niners. Wouldn't it be interesting if those two teams met in the Super Bowl after all the heck that they've been through the last couple of months?
It is very possible. After all, the last several Super Bowl champions came out from the wild card.
Yep.
The Giants, the Steelers of 05, the Colts of 06, Giants of 07. So
just remember that's it. Steelers 2005, Colts 2006. I think they won the AFC East that year.
Yeah.
Correction, the AFC South and the New York Giants. They won all their games on the road, including the Super Bowl, like the Steelers did.
So anything can happen in the NFL. I've seen wacky things happen.
My sentiments exactly.
I've seen the greatest comeback in 1992, where the Bills trailed 35-3 before coming back to beat the Houston Oilers in overtime, 41-38. So a lot of crazy stuff can happen, but anything can happen.
Well, I guess we'll see what comes up the next couple of weeks. We got 3 weeks left to go.
Alrighty, we're going to do our 4 downs now. First down, who do you think's the best Cardinal player?
On the current Cardinal or all time?
Current.
Larry Fitzgerald, arguably.
I got to say Kurt Warner. I mean, like, he's an all-pro quarterback. He's won a Super Bowl in 1999, and he led the Cardinals to the Super Bowl.
MVP.
Yeah, he's been MVP a few times. They also led the Cardinals to the Super Bowl last year. Second down, who is the biggest defensive threat in the NFL?
I'm going to have to say at this point, I don't know at this point. But I'd like to say James Harrison, but I'd like to say Troy Polamalu, but the Steeler defense has been a threat to themselves, much less the NFL. So I'm going to have to say Ray Lewis. It's the only name I can think of at the top of my head, even though as Malik Yoba said in Cool Runnings, just doesn't mean I like him.
I think James Harrison, because he's already had a lot of sacks, and he's the only guy who gets held in almost every single play. Rest number call it though. I mean, if someone's that good, yeah, I think he's one of the best. Third down, if you could pick any quarterback in NFL history to have on your side, who would you pick?
What is it? I'm sorry.
If you could choose any quarterback in NFL history, who would you choose?
Well, I would have to take either Joe Montana or Terry Bradshaw, but I'd have to take Bradshaw on account of he's the only guy in NFL history so far to be the starting quarterback of 4 Super Bowl teams. He always gets her done. He always got her done.
Ready? For me, it's a 3-way tie between Terry Bradshaw, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly. And fourth down, what do the Steelers have to improve on to make it back to the wild card and beat the Packers?
I just had to say their lack of winning without Troy Polamalu. Enough said. I mean, they have to find a way to win without Troy Polamalu the next 3 weeks.